Alright guys, so today we're going to check out a pair of truly wireless earbuds that I think is pretty special. And the pair we're going to check out is the 20 Decebel true wireless earbuds. Now, the first thing that caught my attention is I've never heard of this company before, and they're asking $100 for these. And at first I thought that was pretty ballsy considering I've never heard of this company, and that's kind of expensive when it comes to truly wireless earbuds. But once I checked out some of the features and I tested these and I put them up against some more expensive truly wireless earbuds, I started to see the value in these, and by the end of the video, you might understand why. But let's go ahead and check out some of the features and what it is you get inside the box. Now, to start with, these have active noise canceling, and not just so-so noise canceling that's kind of blocking out a few things here and there. I would put them pretty close to the Sony WF-1000XM3s, which is what I consider to be the pinnacle when it comes to noise canceling on true wireless earbuds. So let's say the Sony blocks out around 90% of the noise around you. I would easily say that these are blocking out around 80%. But another huge bonus is this is not the type of noise canceling that's causing pressure or feeling like a vacuum is just kind of sucking out some of the air around you. It doesn't have that effect, which I really appreciate. And on top of that, these have Bluetooth 5.0, where they have AAC and SBC playback. So you're getting some of the best Bluetooth codecs right out of the box. And they also have ultra low latency with a response time of only 120 milliseconds. And the advantage to having that is if you're somebody that's watching videos or movies or even playing games on your mobile device, that quick response time means that you're not seeing lag between seeing the mouths move and actually hearing that audio. So if you're somebody that consumes a lot of media on your device, this is a huge plus. Now, as far as the IP rating, they come in rated at IPX4, which normally I would consider to be on the low end of the spectrum, but when you compare it to other earbuds that have noise canceling, IPX4 seems to be the standard. So it means you're going to be fine if you're somebody that sweats heavily or if you're outside and it starts to rain, but you definitely cannot submerge these into water. And the reason I think the IPX4 rating seems to be the standard when it comes to noise canceling earbuds is because if you rate it much higher, it's going to affect the microphones, which is what's causing that noise canceling feature. Now, as far as what you're getting inside the box, you're getting 6 sets of ear tips, and I had no issue finding a pair that would fit me, and getting that many options also means you're likely to find one that's going to fit you as well. And also, as far as the charging cable, you get a USB-C cable. And then speaking of the charging cable, the battery life is kind of all over the place with these depending on how you use them. Now, if you use them with the noise canceling on, you're only going to get 4.5 hours, which is actually pretty decent with noise canceling on. But if you decide to use them with the noise canceling off, you can actually squeeze around 8 hours of battery life out of the earbuds, which I think is very impressive. Now, with using the charging case, you're looking to get around 24 hours total. So the amount of battery you're going to get out of these just kind of depends on how you plan on using them. Now, moving over to looking at the case itself, the first thing I noticed is it just seemed to be like a slightly larger version of the Samsung Galaxy Buds case. It's very minimal, it's very sleek looking. You can see on the back you have your USB-C input, and then around on the front you have 4 indicator lights so you can kind of gauge about how much battery life is left on the case. Now, when you open up the lid to check out the earbuds, first thing that caught my attention is the lighting that's on these. You can see that they're red at first, and actually before you pair them, you can see that they flash a red and blue. I just really like the design of these, and I thought it had a unique look. Now, as far as the size of them, they are a little bit larger. Size-wise, they are pretty comparable to the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless earbuds, and they also have that pretty hollow feel to them as well. Now, as far as the controls on these, they do utilize touch controls, and they control everything but the volume. Now, this is definitely something I would have liked to have seen done differently because you can summon your smart assistant or pull out your phone to control the volume, but I personally just prefer that it's all on the earbud itself. Now, one of the controls you do get is switching between the different modes that these have. So you have your active noise canceling on, your active noise canceling off, or you have what they call a voice through mode, which is an ambient mode. So it's pulling in all of your outside surroundings so that you don't have to pull out your earbuds to actually hear what's going on. Now, as far as you guys that like to use your earbuds individually, you'll be happy to know that you can use either the left or the right. And then as far as the microphones on here, I think they do a pretty decent job. I think it picks my vocals up pretty well, and it blocks out some of my outside surrounding to a point where I don't think that anybody on the other line will have any complaints. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here.
All right, guys, so here is a mic test using the 20 decibel true wireless earbuds. I think that it picks up my voice fairly well. I do notice that it has a slightly warmer tone to it, but again, I think for phone calls, this will definitely do the job. And so now here is a mic test with the crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public.
So now let's talk about the sound. The sound, I'm just gonna say, surprised the absolute hell out of me, because the first thing that I notice is these have a lot of the characteristics that these Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless earbuds have, which is a pair that's almost 3 times as much as these. So when it comes to the sound, it had a nice airiness to it, which is a separation of having bass and mids and treble just having a really natural presence. It doesn't feel like everything is just right on top of you, which means that the bass still had plenty of impact, but it just didn't feel like it was overpowering anything else. And the mids calls for male and female vocals to just have this really nice presence. I was able to hear raspiness in voices. It just had this really, again, natural tone. It seems to be that natural is the theme when it comes to these, because also with the treble, you're picking apart a lot of details, you're hearing a lot of clarity in things, but it doesn't sound artificial. It doesn't sound anywhere near being bright or harsh. It just has a really nice tone to it. So when it comes to the sound stage and the sound imaging, because of the airiness in the sound in these, it definitely feels like you're in a really open environment. It's just really pleasing to listen to. It's not ear fatiguing because it doesn't feel like everything is just being, amped up and pushed in your face at all times. So I was easily able to listen to these for a long period of time. So when it comes to instrument separation, these also do an excellent job with that. I can easily tell where different things were coming from. But again, being able to hear how clear everything's coming through just made this really pleasing to listen to. Now, I do have a couple of cons with these. I really wish that they had volume control on the earbuds themselves. And then really the only other thing I would like to change about these is I wish the case was a Qi wireless charging case. But guys, I think the 20 decibel true wireless earbuds are definitely a pair that you want to check out. If you're looking for a pair that has noise canceling, or if you're just looking for a pair that has sound that's really similar to having over-the-ear headphones, this is an excellent pickup. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this video, and thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.